Okay, let me
Away
just
from the worms.
All right,
Oh my
everyone
God.
out there who you think that they're just like the ultimate example of health. Come on, everybody is doing like you have to live
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
life, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, are there some people who really are the perfect Superman of the way? I'm sure they're out there, but I don't know any.
I don't know any either.
Yeah.
Okay, so so naturally we have parasites in us, but
Mhm.
what are some of the causes if we have those dangerous ones? What could we feel?
So absolutely gastrointestinal disorders, and it's not even consistent because this is interesting, is that your body, if you have an acute parasite infection, meaning it just happened, like you went to Vietnam or something like that, you might have something like explosive diarrhea, and this will be because your body is trying to get rid of the parasite.
Oh
But
my goodness.
sometimes what I see in people with chronic parasitic infections is constipation because the parasite wants to stay, and so it's creating this environment where it'll make it more difficult for you to pass. And so someone could have constipation or diarrhea, and it could be either one. And that's exactly why I say I don't treat XYZ. I just see what I find and go after
Right.
that. And also sleep issues and anxiety. This is, you were talking earlier about how therapists are approaching anxiety by going after the gut. Probably more than bacteria and viruses, probably even fungi. There is a massive correlation between parasitic infection and anxiety and sleep disorders.
How dangerous is it to have these parasites in your body?
Well, I
Can
mean,
you die from this?
I think in probably the most severe acute cases, but like you'll know, like you'll be in the hospital and then they'll find out you have a parasite and you'll get better. Like most people in first world countries are not going to die from parasites, but you can
Because they're immune to it?
no, because well, for the most part, parasites won't kill you. They want to keep you alive because you are a host for them.
Oh.
Okay, that's in general just anything that's parasitic or that is living within you. They would prefer that you stay alive for their benefit.
They're feeding off of you. Where
Yeah.
else are they going to
Yeah,
do,
like
right?
hey, we need you, bro. Like you can't. We need you here. But certainly your life can be quite miserable. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
What's my next question? I forgot my next question because I'm very good with visuals and I just have like these white worms in my mind right now.
It's too much.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So is it true? There's this myth in my culture, by the way. You know that I'm Armenian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. When a child is clenching their teeth when they're sleeping, you know that clinch they do? It's because of parasites. Is this true?
There is a correlation.
Oh my
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. But, it's not conclusive, but 100%.
Wow. So how does that cause that though? What's going on with that?
It's just an upregulation of the sympathetic nervous system, and these parasites, interesting with parasites is they will produce toxins and chemicals that will then they almost hijack your brain. They're kind of like what's the term? It's like a true. You ever heard of like spiritual parasites or something like that? Why are they called that? Well, parasites have this unique ability to control or send these messages that your brain will then produce certain hormones and neurotransmitters in order to ensure the parasite survival. So stress involves increasing cortisol, and an increase in cortisol is what creates immune dysregulation. And the parasites and fungi and other microbes want the immune system to be distracted. They want someone waving the flag over here so they can do their thing. And so part of that is getting your body into a sympathetic fight or flight state so that you produce the cortisol, your immune system goes haywire, and it kind of can't focus on the parasite.
Do they multiply?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah, a ton. I mean, there's been scans of people in, third world countries, and they'll have their whole body will be infested with parasites.
Oh my God, Dr. Max, let me tell you this fascinating story. So when I was doing my practicum hours, it's 3,000 hours that we have to complete, kind of like your residency, right? Very similar. I worked in a homeless population. It was a shelter. And I was doing social work with one of my clients, and he just comes up and he's like, hey, you want to see something cool? And I was like, sure. He had just came out of prison. So he was at the shelter. And he had a cut on his arm, and he literally just went, look, look, look. And he took his arm like this, and a white worm just came out.
Probably ringworm.
And I was just like, what is this? It's fascinating to me. So these things, you guys, they do exist.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that people are very aware of these. Well, that's a ringworm. It's a little different. But still, I don't think that people are very aware that parasites are in the body. And it's in what? Pork? right?
Mhm, mhm.
It's in fish, and
Mhm.
then we have to be really mindful of what we're eating.